Assalamu alaikum. On the news this evening, students and teachers receive awards at Grand Final of Nigeria Spelling Bee competition. Zamfara State University gets new Vice Chancellor. Plus, Zamfara State House of Assembly approves 2025 supplementary budget of over 498 billion naira.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. Aye. The ayes have it.
Now the news in details with me, Halir Muhammad Umar. Thank you for joining us. Today being Thursday, the 26th of Jamada Thani 1447 after Hijrah, which is equivalent to the 18th of December 2025. Thank you for being there. Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has warned principals and examination officers of secondary schools across the state against registration of ghost students for the West African Examinations Council and the National Examination Council examinations. The governor gave the warning while hosting principals and examination officers from secondary schools across Zamfara State at the Government House Gusau. Correspondent Bellosan Maradun reports.
The meeting was aimed at strategizing on key challenges in the education sector and reviewing efforts by the state government to improve the standard of education in Zamfara State. While addressing the principals and examination officers, Governor Dauda Lawal highlighted some of the significant strides made by his administration in revitalizing the education sector, stressing the need for accountability, transparency, and strict adherence to examination guidelines.
We're doing so much to make sure we do a catch-up in that aspect. We're spending billions of naira either renovating schools or furnishing schools or providing scholarship. We're working on a pilot project now where we will solarize most of the schools. You don't have to be waiting for the grid to provide light.
The governor expressed serious concerns over the discovery that about 6,000 ghost students were registered for WAEC and NECO examinations in the state during the last examination cycle. Governor Lawal describes the act as fraudulent and inimical to his administration effort to reform and sanitize the education sector and warned that any principal or examination officer found involved in such practices will face strict disciplinary action in accordance with the law.
There will be serious sanctions if we find you wanting in this practice. There is nothing like sorry, no Allah, Babu.
Responding on behalf of the participants, the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Malum Wadatoma Dawaki, assured the Governor of the Ministry's commitment to imposing examination regulations and supporting ongoing efforts to reposition education in Zamfara State. The meeting also provided a platform for discussion on strategies to further improve and strengthen the sector. So, Bello Sani Marad, NTA News.
Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has approved the appointment of Professor Ibrahim Abdullahi Safi as the new Vice Chancellor of the Zamfara State University Talata Mafara for a single term of 5 years. The Secretary to the State Government, Malam Abubakar Muhammad Nakwada, who announced the development, explained that the appointment followed the recommendations of the university's Governing Council. According to a statement signed by Suleiman Ahmad Tudu, the Senior Special Assistant on Media, Office of the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Safi is a distinguished academic who obtained his doctorate of philosophy degree in 2006 and was elevated to the rank of professor in 2013 by the Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto. The statement said the new Vice Chancellor has held several administrative positions, including Dean of the Faculty of Chemical and Life Sciences at the Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, and served as a visiting professor at the Zamfara State University since 2018, where he currently serves as Dean of the Faculty of Science. The statement noted that Governor Lawal anticipates the appointee to bring his vast experience and expertise to bear in taking the State University to greater heights in line with the administration's commitment to education and academic excellence. Zamfara State House of Assembly has approved the sum of 498 billion 683,705 supplementary budget for the year 2025. Our correspondent Muhammad Abubakar reports.
Sequel to the letter from the Office of the Secretary to the State Government, read by the Speaker Bilyaminu Ismail Moriki, requesting the House to approve the supplementary budget for the purchase of 500 units of 100 passenger capacity buses to enhance transportation services within the state capital and environs. While presenting the bill for the supplementary budget, the House Majority Leader Bello Muhammad Mazawadi said the money are meant to enhance well-being of the masses in line with the state government agenda.
In respect of the 2025 budget of Zamfara State, those in support of this motion should say aye, those against should say nay. The ayes have it.
In a related development, the House also deliberated on a bill to provide for the upgrading of the state internal revenue services to have the power to assess, collect, and account for all the revenues in the state. The Speaker House of Assembly, Bilyam Ismail Moriki, after reading the bill, the members contributed for the bill and finally commanded the clerk to give the bill first and second reading. In Gusau, Muhammad Abubakar, NTA News.
No fewer than 38 primary and secondary schools across Zamfara State participated in the 2025 Nigeria Spelling Bee competition, an initiative aimed at promoting academic excellence and discovering young talents across the state. The grand final of the competition brought together education stakeholders, teachers, school administrators, students, and development partners to explore innovative strategies for improving learning outcomes. We shall bring you details of this report in our subsequent bulletin. Zamfara State Government is to implement an upward review of allowances for Jumaat mosque imams and their deputies in January 2026. Governor Dauda Lawal announced this at a meeting with the Jumaat mosque imams from across the state. Our correspondent Jamil Ibrahim Gusau has the details.
Zamfara State Government has since in 2024 conducted a verification exercise for imams, deputy imams, muazzims, and caretakers of Jumaat mosques across the 40 local government areas of the state. The exercise was primarily aimed at addressing some perceived irregularities in the payment of monthly stipend to the affected persons. Governor Dauda Lawal, who addressed a gathering of the imams drawn from across the 40 local government areas of the state, said the state government has approved the recommendation of the verification committee that the monthly stipend should be reviewed upward. He said just as the new national minimum wage was implemented for the state civil servants, the imams will also have their monthly stipends reviewed upward by January 2026. The state deputy governor Malam Mani Mummuni and the special advisor on religious matters Malam Bello Isa Mufti underscored the revered position of the imams in the society, emphasizing that the present administration will continue to treat them with the respect and dignity they deserve. They implored the imams to champion the cause of enlightening the public on the laudable policies and programs of the present administration aimed at achieving a lasting peace for sustainable development in the state. In a presentation, the chief imam of Sahaba Jumaat Mosque Samir Gusau Sheikh Said Ali Mekwanu applauded Governor Dauda Lawal for his support to the imams and Islamic activities in the state. He described the governor's award of contract for construction, reconstruction and rehabilitation of many Jumaat mosques across the state as worthy of commendation. The meeting demonstrates the solidarity of the imams to Governor Dauda Lawal's administration in its quest to take Zamfara State to a greater height. In Gusau, Jamil Ibrahim, NTA News.
And that report concludes NTA Gusau News tonight. Thank you for watching and have a blessed night. Wassalamu alaikum.